Hi, I'm Russ Mitchell, and welcome to the CBS Evening News Online Edition. Just ahead, the state of Massachusetts is about to offer universal health care. Trish Regan has details. Also, fireworks in court. Saddam Hussein is cross-examined for the first time and faces new charges. And if you've ever wanted to China to see an art assembly line, it's all starting now on the CBS Evening News Online Edition. Healthcare costs are rising by the day, and more than 45 million people in this country have no insurance to cover it. Now, one state is doing what no other state or the federal government has been able to do, provide near universal health coverage. The Massachusetts legislature approved it with overwhelming bipartisan support, and it could become a model for the rest of the country. Here's Trish Regan.
President Clinton promised it, but did not deliver. States have wrestled with it unsuccessfully for decades, and now Massachusetts has apparently done it. It's about to become the first in the nation to provide nearly universal health coverage. Under a bill approved by the legislature, the state will require every citizen to be insured. Governor Mitt Romney pushed for the program.
I thought it'd be impossible.
He considers health coverage essential, like car insurance.
Well, when people drive a car, we insist that they have automobile insurance because we don't want to have a huge accident occur and have the other driver or other taxpayers have to pick up the bill. Well, individuals also have a responsibility.
Currently, Massachusetts spends an estimated $1 billion a year covering its 500,000 uninsured residents.
We concluded that, in fact, if we took the money we're spending giving people free care who don't have insurance and instead use that money to help them buy insurance, we can keep from shifting the cost of the uninsured onto people who are already covered.
Here's how the plan is expected to work. All residents will be required to either buy insurance through an employer or through the government. Those who can't afford a plan will be subsidized. They can buy insurance through the state for as little as $2.30 a month. If someone chooses not to buy a plan, there will be tax penalties, up to $1,200 a year.
It would be a mistake to think of this as some crazy liberal pinko kind of Massachusetts tax accuse. The important thing is this is a moderate proposal.
Stuart Altman has worked on health care policy for nearly every president since Nixon.
I think every state should take a look at it, and I think many states will look at it very positively. And I would suspect that, I would hope that also the federal government would take a look at it.
The bill takes effect in July of 2007, right around the same time that Governor Mitt Romney will be deciding whether to run for president in 2008. And you can bet health care will be a major issue in that race. Russ?
Trish Regan in Boston, thank you very much. At Saddam Hussein's trial in Baghdad today, prosecutors cross-examined him about ordering the execution of scores of Shiite Iraqis more than 20 years ago. But Saddam remained his usual defiant self. Kimberly Dozier was in the courtroom.
Alone in the dock, Saddam Hussein veered from arrogance to annoyance, waging a verbal battle with the judge and prosecutors. I alone am responsible for what happened in Dujail, he said. He insisted he had the right to punish his would-be assassins, executing some 140 suspects. But he would not admit to charges that young boys were among those put to death. The prosecution showed him ID cards of 28 alleged victims under the age of 18. He barked that the IDs were fake, and in turn accused the current Interior Ministry of torturing and killing thousands of Iraqis. The judge tried to take control, even ordering a defense attorney removed. Off camera, she waved photos of Iraqi prisoners abused at Abu Ghraib. The prosecutor should judge this, she said, part of the defense strategy to try to delegitimize those who helped put Saddam on trial. But the former dictator is now facing even tougher new charges. The tribunal accused him of committing genocide against Iraq's Kurds in the north, killing tens of thousands in a 1988 campaign to obliterate any villages that supported Kurdish rebels.
Civilians were not collateral damage. They were the intended victims for the purpose of teaching a major lesson.
There's a bloody paper trail showing chain of command. In these documents obtained by CBS News, Saddam put Ali Hassan al-Majid in charge. He soon earned his nickname, Chemical Ali. This field report described how chemical weapons killed 50 people in just one village. There's a chance Saddam may never face the genocide charges because he may be executed for alleged crimes in Dujail first. But his victims say they'll take comfort in whatever punishment he gets. Kimberly Dozier, CBS News, Baghdad.
Say you want to spruce up your living room with a nice painting, something really special. Anything famous will cost millions, and a genuine masterpiece, well, as they say here in New York, forget about it. But Barry Peterson found an answer halfway around the world.
Some call China the factory to the world. Just about everything comes off the assembly line here, including something you wouldn't expect: fine art. Here in South China, the assembly lines turn out painting after painting. If someone somewhere at some time painted it, they can make a copy or 100. Van Gogh sold one painting in his lifetime. Today, his works like Starry Night come off the line by the dozens.
What price priceless art? It turns out we can tell you. If you buy one of these Van Gogh imitations in the United States, it would set you back about $500. But here at the factory, as long as you buy in bulk, you can get as many Van Goghs as you want for about $60 a copy.
This factory is part of an art village whose production is all about reproduction. Gallery after gallery, painter after painter, art for the masses by masses of artists. Here we met Chung Pei, who spent 4 days on his masterpiece. It took Leonardo da Vinci 4 years to paint. We'll sell you his version for $36. They can even take a small photo from a computer email and turn it into fine art, as we saw when, unbeknownst to me, my producer sent them one a few days before our visit.
Yeah. I would like to show you one picture.
Okay.
Painting. Do you like it?
Somehow, I don't think they'll be selling these by the thousands. It was Michelangelo who said, "A man paints with his brain, not with his hands." But here, it's all about hands. The faster they paint, the more they make, in a country that has turned the assembly line into an art form. Barry Peterson, CBS News, Dafun Art Village, China.
More stories are just a click away, but don't forget to join us on television for the on-air edition of the CBS Evening News. On Thursday's broadcast, a man whose online gambling empire makes $7 billion a year. You'll meet him in our special series, The Biggest Game. For CBSNews.com, I'm Russ Mitchell.